Hello, my name is Dr ApeMan and I'm a sitting president of Polish Rifle University. Recently, to my attention came a clip of Yumiko, a human player, showing how to creep level 7 turtle on Tide Hunters without taking any damage. So let's look at the clip. So as we can see, he's using only one worker and Archmage level 1 is, by the way, my recreation of his trick. He pulls the aggro from the camp, but the only one monster follows, and now he's using Archmage, and this turtle, for some reason, is not dealing any damage, and it's stuck, and it's bugged, and you could creep it for free. So me, as a leader of Polish Rifle University, I decided to investigate this interesting trick to see if you can apply it with different races, or it can, or if this idea can be used in for other races, for example. Or maybe on other maps even. So I invite you to the video from Polish Rifle University, but about something general in Warcraft 3. So now I will explain you how it's done. When we think about this trick, we need to imagine ourselves a pool table, and different parts of our Warcraft 3 army are corresponding to different parts of a pool table. So, in this analogy, our stick is any range damage. In this particular case, it can be a headhunter. So we will use the stick to hit a ball. And what is ball, you may ask, in this example? And is a big monster that we want to aggro and we want to creep for free. But ball has to be in good position to be able to hit exactly where we want it. So, in order to, first of all, aggro the mob, so put the ball into position, we need to do something tricky, and we are aggroing the big monster with building any structure in the aggro range. And as you can see, our creep camp is located on the expansion. And in Warcraft 3, creeps that are guarding an expansion have a very big aggro range to like protect easy tower creeping of the expansions, I guess. So that's why we are building our structure, our ball position really far. And the funny fact is, when you cancel immediately the building, the big monster will still remember where it was, and it will go there to investigate. So we will exactly know where the monster will go. So when we have the monster in position, we are going to attack it, to hit it with our stick range damage, but we need to do it on a proper angle. Why? Because we should exactly know where our pocket is located, and in Warcraft 3, by pocket, I mean a place where we want our monster to go, so it will get stuck there. And because of this weird combination of this mob being aggroed by a building from afar and taking only range damage, not the melee damage, and going to a place where he can't really go away from, that's how this trick basically works. So we need to remember where the ball should go. And on Tide Hunters, this is very easy. It can be very easily recreated. And this is how it's done. Let's see some examples. We are watching the rig in action. So as we can see, we are preparing a place for the ball. Now we are waiting for our ball to go there. And now when it stops, we are attacking with a headhunter, our stick. And look how easy it is. And I'm even showing that you don't even need to attack with Farseer. You can just go harass with Farseer. And you can just come back after harass, heal from your shop, and collect a big consumable that will dropped in this creep camp. Now it can be done with Night Elf as well, so we need just one Archer and one Wisp. We are putting the structure to aggro the ball. As we can see, the ball is coming, but do not attack too fast, because if you do it, the ball will aggro on you. And you can go, it should be a Demon Hunter. We all have been harassed by a Demon Hunter, and we always complain that we're getting to heal from free, and we'll come back even with a big consumable. What about Undead, you may ask? With Undead is a little bit more tricky, because you cannot build on not on Blight, and if you build a Necropolis is like too big, and ball is not getting into position that we want. So in order to, we need to creep, we need to use Sacrificial Skull, and yes, with Sacrificial Skull as Ziggurat, we can creep the turtle with Undead, and I'm saying that it's good, I'm not saying this efficient, but it can be done, okay? That's my point here. Okay, so it's Tide Hunters, but can we do it on another side of the map, on the top of the map? And I want to show you that it's also possible. It's a little bit more complicated, but only a little, because our socket is in a different position. Actually, we have a few sockets to choose from. In this particular case, I was able to aggro him to the first socket, but on the top there is also one more socket. So it's basically the same concept on Tide Hunters, and I wanted to show you that of course it can be done with Orc, because I think that with Orc is like the best way to do it, because you are making your opponent busy harassing, okay, and you can just collect a free loot. So even though I'm playing Pala Rifle on Polish Pala Rifle University, we have high standard of proof. So I'm showing you the truth. And as you can see, the turtle is in a different socket now, because as I said, on the top you have like two sockets to choose from. Remember about right angles. It was Tide Hunters map, but we have a lot of different maps in the Warcraft 3 Champions map pool. So you may ask, Saul, you are a very creative person. Maybe you can move this idea to a different maps. And the answer is yes, but it's a little bit bittersweet answer, because first of all, in order to make this trick work, we need to have a really specific situation, and what is even more important, we need to have a really big monster that drops item to creep. So it's not possible on every maps. Also, it's not that simple sometimes to do, because this creep AI works a little bit weird. So sometimes the monster doesn't follow you, sometimes a small monster follows you. But I'm not saying that I tested everything. For example, on Northern Isles and on Shallow Grave, we definitely more study, because we there is a big monster to pull, but I don't know how to do it. But I found two different maps where I can do this trick, and I have a little bittersweet news, because on Concealed Hill it looks so good, but it's so hard to recreate. And on Rune Mall it's easy, and it can be done easy, but you need two range units, non-hero units. And I will show you why. We are on Concealed Hill map, and in the middle of the hill there is a big ogre lord, and this is how you creep him. And basically your socket is this weird spot in the trees, and you pull him there, and he stays there, and you can creep him for free. But this is I'm going to show you my next try. It's super hard for recreate, at least for me. I have like 5% chance to do it on the first try, and even though I kind of know how to do it, the devil is in the details. So I'm just going to show you that it's not that easy, and maybe happy, maybe someone else will see this video, and some good player may master it. But for me, it's hard. I have like 5% chance of success rate, and I can do it only with a rifleman, probably because rifleman is good with a fast attack. We are now on the Rune Mall map, and we have a big red expansion guarded by this Magnetar monster, and he can be creeped. But with non-hero range units, because he has an ability that is similar to like boulder throw from Rock Golem, so he will stun any hero unit, but for some reason he's not stunning like range normal units, for example Headhunter. And the trick is to, of course, know where the socket is. And on this map, socket is located on the bottom left. And in the previous situations, we could use only one range unit to kill the monster, because for some reason those monsters didn't have like aggressive threshold. Basically, what will happen soon, this river guy will start using his spells even versus these normal range units when his health will reach some threshold, and for him is about 350 HP. So if we are only going to use one unit, he will basically be able to stun the given unit for so long that he will basically escape. Because if you stop attacking him for some time, he will like de-aggro and just go back. And we want to avoid that. But of course, you can have two archers, you can have two headhunters. It can be easily done because you have a lot of time to come with a second unit. I'm using two units here to make it a little bit faster. As you can see, he's on the 8 HP, and now he's starting using his spells, even though he didn't use them before. And it's not about unit dying, it's about unit not attacking for a long time, because as I said, it will free him, and we don't want that. But as you can see, with two units we get some damage, but we are able to creep him. And now I would like to show you that it's possible to do also on the right, because there are two sockets for this guy. So he comes into position. Now we move him with our stick, which is rifleman in this situation. And yes, the other socket looks exactly the same. So this is this big snowy mountain, and we just need to pull him there. And yes, he's in position. And when we have access to a second range unit, we can just use it. And the rest is history. And I think it's really strong, because for Night Elf, or for Orc, Headhunters, Archers, and yes, this a little bit sucks for a range heroes, for example, for an Archmage, because it can't be done with Archmage. He will immediately stun the hero. So it has to be done at start with non-hero unit, and when he's red HP, you can come with hero unit. There is no problem, because he will start casting spells anyway. So yes, on this map it's definitely possible. It's very tricky, and this item that he drops is very strong. It can be like pipe, aura, human aura, undead aura, and the rest is history. So let's go to the summary. So is this trick good, or can you even use it in Warcraft 3? And the answer is yes. Yumiko already showed that it can be used in like a competitive game, and now when we know that it's possible on two other maps, and when we on even different maps, and when other racers, not only human, because Yumiko was playing human, will learn about this trick, they may start using it. And this is what I would like to suggest you. Try it, try it in your games. Practice it first a little bit, and then try it. And remember that on Tidehunters, like, anyone can do it. It's very easy if you understand the basics. On Rune Mall is a little bit tricky, because you can do it with the hero, so you need to use your hero in other ways. So for example, make your opponent busy while harassing. And on Concealed Hill, man, don't try it at home. Of course, try it in the word editor, fast testing map, but not on ladder, okay? Polish Pala Rifle University is not suggesting to recreate Concealed Hill in any important game without hours of practice, but maybe better solution exists, and just few things to remember about the basics of this trick that I maybe didn't mention. Like, remember to cancel the building very fast. You can cancel it immediately, because the monster will still remember the position and run away with the worker to the safety of your base, maybe other position, because monster cannot aggro anything before he goes into position. Also, yes, do not attack him before he goes into position with your stick, with your range unit, because it will break the trick again. And even if we have monster in a socket, so it's being crapped, you cannot add any a melee unit to attack it because it will be too close, and for some reason it will break the trick. So guys, try it. Maybe if you want to test it on other map, test it. Let me know in the comments if you found any interesting solution. Maybe if you saw someone really good doing it on stream in a tournament, maybe. So yeah, Warcraft 3 is a pretty old game, but new tricks can be found, and I really like it. So it was Sol ApeMan, sitting president of Polish Polar Rifle University. Make sure to sometimes maybe watch me on Twitch with the Sol ApeMan, and subscribe to my YouTube because I'm going to prepare many other videos, not even Polar Rifle related sometimes. And yes, it was Sol ApeMan, and remember, Lemes is really strong versus Night Elf. That's the conclusion here. Bye bye.